Okay, so today I have a new beer with me and a new topic I'd like to discuss. It's still Club Tales, but it's Sunny Margarita. It's green. Green's my favorite color, but to be honest, I don't really care too much for this one. It's okay. It's just a little too sour for my taste, you know. But yeah, hopefully you got something to drink too, so we can both drink together and kind of just talk about, well, the topic I got today. Cracked it open and let's not enjoy my favorite pastime. This is my least favorite flavor of all the Club Tails, but it's still pretty good. And it's green, so I can't shit talk it too much, man. But it's okay. So the topic I wanted to talk about today was the male loneliness epidemic, or as some people like to call it, the male loser epidemic. And, I know people who use either term can't really see eye to eye on the discussion. Some people think uh, it's onset by like how crazy and narcissistic a lot of women have become nowadays. Uh, and that's something I could talk about it as well. But uh, other people, typically, what you find in people who I think at least typically refer to it as a male loser epidemic, tend to have a problem with men entirely. And I personally don't like pointing fingers at anybody when it comes to this kind of thing. I don't want to look at a bunch of bitter women and male feminists who are like just shit talking dudes who are down on their luck. And I don't want to look at women as the problem for why men are down on their luck all the time. But personally, I think both terms kind of go hand in hand. From my perspective, it's like you can't really be like super lonely and depressed, without being a kind of a loser in some aspect of your life, just to be honest, and brutally honest. Uh, I look at myself, my own situation. Though some people, a lot of you probably wouldn't like to hear me say this about myself, but to be completely transparent, I am a fucking loser. Like no job, no driver's license, no money. I live with my fucking mom, no girlfriend, still a virgin, right? And I don't have a problem with any of those things, right? But to say that I'm not like what people think of when they think a loser, right? I would be delusional to say that, But I feel like if you have those situations going on, especially nowadays, it's I don't think the blame should be put on women, narcissistic women, or any women at all, narcissistic or not. I don't think they should be taking the blame for the male loneliness epidemic. Excuse me. Uh, Personally, I think the blame goes on just how hard it is to live a satisfactory life. You know, the way I look at it, man, I got, excuse me, damn it, I got people who care about me a lot. I got people who look up to me and who want the best for me, but I can't do anything for myself without help. Without asking somebody else. Which is why I've got so little going on because I fucking hate asking people for stuff. I feel like a lot of dudes don't like asking people for anybody, but people for anything. Don't like asking anybody for anything is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I would say I'm a little lonely, but of course, thanks to a lot of my situation, primarily my uh financial situation and the space I live in being my mother's and not mine, right? It's kind of hard to deny that I fall under the and I fall into the loser category, right? But I feel like I've got a decent character. You know, like I said, I don't like asking people for stuff. I don't expect nothing back. You know, I like doing stuff for people without receiving anything in return. You know, but it's kind of hard to do that without money. You know, but yeah, man, I feel like the question I'm presenting of are you lonely or are you a loser? You know, it's it's not one or the other. The I think it's the answer is yes. You know, like most likely, I feel like a lot of dudes, especially dudes my age, right? Nowadays, we're lonely because we're losing in life. You know, uh, you don't see too many people who are winning in life that are like not surrounded by stuff that they like. You know, whether they're a rich dickhead who has just a bunch of shit, right, or someone who's got enough money to take care of a family. You know, both of those types of people are winning. If you ask me, right, as someone who is broke and once upon a time would have liked to have a family, right? But yeah, I feel like the whole discussion of the male loneliness epidemic can be zero, like can be I think the answer is found in solely just our bank accounts. Are we able to buy the things that we like? Are we able to buy the people we love things that we like? You know, and as men, we it's inherent in us to want to like take care of somebody. You know, so I feel like not being able to take care of someone at all. Well, one, not being able to take care of a woman is not gonna get you woman because women like to be taken care of. You know, you got to be able to take care of a woman to keep one, right? But men inherently want to take care of people, women or not. You know, it might be just their friends or their children, you know, their mother, their pet, you know, their parents or siblings, stuff like that, right? But men want to take care of the people they care about, and I imagine a lot of men who can't do that are having a intense like mental and spiritual battle with themselves. You know, the same way I am. You know, but hang on. I drink fast. You have to excuse me. But yeah, man, the kind of idea that I'm trying to present here, I'm not reading off of a script, so I'm just going off the top. I'm probably gonna seem like I'm kind of just rambling, talking in circles and shit, so I apologize about that. But the idea that I want to present to you is that whether you refer to it as a loneliness epidemic or a loser epidemic, it's the same thing. They both go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. And the only way you can fix your situation of being lonely or feeling like a loser, you know, is to well, just do what you can, you know, do what you can for the people around you and stay away from people who don't see you trying as enough, you know? Like you could do everything in your power for them, you know, but they if they see you're not doing what they want, they're they don't need to you don't need to be around people like that, man. That's bad people for you. But excuse me. Uh, yeah, guys, if you're feeling lonely, if you're really feeling like you're entrenched in this epidemic, whether it's lonely or loser, uh, don't don't look to blame women first, okay? And don't look at your pockets neither. That's something I do. I don't suggest you do that. All right, that's gonna make you very angry. I suggest what you do is just start kind of soul searching. You know, just look within yourself. Focus on the things that you can change. You know, try to become the best person that you can be. You know, try to if you can right do try to help people around you be the best person they can be. You know, but excuse me. Most importantly, man, just literally in the most in the most literal way possible. Focus on you. Cause right now, if you're like me, you can't find can't find work, don't got no money anyways, right? You want there's shit that you want to do, but you can't because you need the funds to do them, which is something you don't have. Try to focus on what you do have. You know, you're always gonna have you. So try to have the best. Try to be the best version of yourself you can be. And I think this whole conversation of a loneliness loser epidemic will start disappearing. Yeah, the loser one probably won't. Well, yeah, maybe it will. I feel like the loser one is just kind of an abrasive, like like trying to flip the acknowledgement of a bad situation for men back onto them, just to kind of fuck with them. I really do think people who call it a loser epidemic just have a problem with men, you know? And I say people because there's more than just women saying that shit. You've got your male feminists, uh, all of my female followers. Do not trust male feminists. They want to fuck you. That's it. They just want to fuck you, okay? Don't trust them. Please don't trust them. I'm speaking to you not as just some dude through the internet, as a brother, right? Do not trust male feminists. They want to fuck you. They don't believe in anything that they're saying, okay? I am not a male fucking feminist. I am not no feminist. I don't fuck with feminism, okay? That shit is destroying the country for women in particular, all right? Not for anybody else but women. But that's another conversation that I'll have to have some other time. Y'all probably gonna unfollow me after that shit. That's okay. I understand. But hold up. Yeah, I think I've said everything I want to. So I hope I got the gears turning in your head, man. Uh, if I kind of pissed you off with anything I've said here, that wasn't my intention, man. I apologize about that, but I'm just speaking my mind. I'm trying to be as honest and true to what I genuinely think in my head as I can without trying to like shit on anybody else. But yeah, I hope you found the topic interesting. I hope you find my perspective interesting or at least thought provoking. And yeah, you have a good rest of your night.